Sometimes we hold on to things so tightly that we forget that that's probably the one thing that can really help us. If we let it go, if we just leave it in the past, it might be the exact thing we need. You know, I'm out here in the desert right now, middle of nowhere, because I let go in some shape or form. I let go of something to end up here. I'm never out here, but something had to happen to where I ended up here to make this video. The desert is a great example of something that does let go. And not just the desert, but nature in general. Like you see this dead leaf? That's a form of letting go. Nature doesn't cling on to anything. It leaves room for other things to grow. Like this dead leaf. It's there because it's lived its life, it served its course. So it lets it go and makes room for newer things to grow. And I think we should take example of that type of thing, you know? Look at this rock here. It's heavily eroded, and just to think, like, this rock used to be a whole mountain. Even a rock knows how to let go. Just left it here. And that's the importance of it that we need to recognize. Ow. You know, this thing hurts. I don't even know what this thing is. There's just a bunch of trash down here. I thought it'd be a cool spot to sit on, but it hurts. But anyways, that's what the important thing is. We just need to let these things go so it invites other things into our lives. I know it's hard to do so if we're like so clinged on to anything in our life, whether it's a person, an object, a thought, an idea. We're so connected to these things. We're emotional beings, like we're supposed to, but it's very important to recognize what those things are that's maybe making something not right. I don't think letting go is a weakness. I think letting go is more of a strength than anything, because you're noticing things that don't really serve you anymore, things that may have a negative impact in your life. But that's where the real evolution comes from, is recognizing that something does need to change. And once that is recognized, then you can take the process to start letting go. Because whatever that thing is, whether it's a person, an object, a thought, an idea, something that you're working on, sometimes it doesn't serve you anymore. It needs to find another place to go. So you can let other things in, so it can transform you into a better person. It invites change. It invites things to enter your life that you never even thought of before. And I think that's a great thing. Like, for example, why I'm even here right now is the fact that my car broke down like a month ago. So I'm like, dang, I gotta stay inside for a whole month. Like, it was kind of devastating that, you know, I didn't have a car. I couldn't go nowhere. It kind of sucked. But, you know, I tried to look at it in a different way. Like, maybe this is a good opportunity to focus on things that I really have been able to before. Maybe I can pick up new hobbies, and I did. So I'm like, I don't have a car, right? But how can I switch this? How can I flip this alternative to benefit me more? So what I did was I saw a garage sale. He was selling some stuff. I really wanted like a bike at the time, you know, because my old one broke. So I was like, I need a new bike, and maybe I can just like get around this way. So I saw this guy in the garage sale. He had a bike there, but I'm like, you know, I should probably look around more. So I went to Goodwill, and I found the exact bike that I wanted. Well, like the type of framing, you know, the kind of look of it, and it's right here. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Thank God. And because of that, I have this bike. And ever since then, I've been exploring around my neighborhood and just whatever's around here. I haven't even been here ever in my life. Like this area, whatever path I've been taking, I've never explored over there. And that's all because I didn't have my car. If I had my car, I wouldn't have explored these places. I probably wouldn't even be making this video. I'm here because I took my bike just to get some exercise, and I was just exploring little dirt paths just to feed my curiosity, right? But I found this area and I thought it was pretty cool. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make this video. Let me make a video. Let me do something with the time I have. So that is why I'm here. It's the fact that I let go of my car. It's not like I had a choice because it broke down, right? But it's the fact that the car was let go and it invited something else to enter my life, like this bike and these journeys and these type of videos. So I think letting go is a really good thing. It's important to a person's evolution. It's caused me to dream bigger to explore myself more, explore the world more, explore what else I am capable of. And this really does hurt. I'm not gonna lie. And I think thoughts are important to let go of too, if those thoughts don't serve you anymore. For example, me sitting on this, whatever this thing is, it's really been hurting me, right? I thought this was good for the video. I thought this was good for me to be sitting on here, but maybe it's time to let go of this because it's hurting me physically. So I'm gonna change my setting here. I think I'm gonna sit on this rock instead. Yeah, this is a lot more comfortable actually. See, this is a lot more comfortable. See, if I didn't let go of sitting on that pillar, I wouldn't be here on this rock, and I wouldn't be more comfortable. Just by doing this, new ideas have flowed into my mind. I'm like, maybe this rock isn't the best idea. Maybe I should go somewhere else. Maybe I should go into a whole new setting. You know, it's things like that. You invite new thoughts in. Yeah, it's a lot better. At least a little bit. Sitting on rocks, it's not bad. Not a bad idea. But yeah, you know, this bike has taught me a lot. This my car breaking down, that taught me a lot. Yeah, I just think it's really important to be okay with letting go of things. Something we can all relate to is like clothing. Like we all have that piece of clothing in our room that we're like, oh, I'll save that. I'm gonna wear that someday. I'm gonna keep it in my closet because, you know, you never know what event's gonna happen. But, you know, like, do you ever wear it? No. like, okay, like if that event does happen, you're gonna wear it one time. Like, okay. I feel like that's just really just extra baggage, you know, in your brain. Like, oh, this thing is here. I gotta keep it there. When you could just be making room for other things that you could be wearing on more occasions, on more days of the year. So like, what would happen if you got rid of that piece of clothing or multiple of them? That would ultimately clear your mind for sure. And I'm a victim of that too. You can ask anybody I know. Like I had too much clothes. I would go to Goodwill, start thrifting, just like bundles of clothes, but it just wouldn't be good for me because like I wouldn't wear half of it. There's like no point. It's just a waste of money, you know, and a waste of space, too much space. So just like really getting the time to like just clear things out of your life is just very important in my opinion. Makes things easier for sure to like simplify things in your life. So once you simplify things, then again, more things coming back into your life. Apart from physical things, we have like relationships. Relationships are a big deal. We can all relate to like those relationships. Like we might be just very, very attached to maybe the thought of what it could be, I guess, or just maybe what it is already, but also being blind to like the negative aspects. Maybe that's also just not good, you know? So just like letting go of people is very important. We're very social creatures. We're very influenced by whoever we're around. Whoever we're close to, the groups that we're in or surrounded by, those are the people that we kind of become in a way. We all have like a similarity to whoever we're close with, but you really do have to be mindful of that part because we start picking up those people's habits, right? We start internalizing the thoughts that they project out to us. They might say certain things that put you down. They might do certain things that you don't agree with. So it all just really depends. Like you're around these things that influence you so much. So you have to be very careful. So when it comes to relationships, whether it's dating or just basic friendships or just any relationship that you pick up from another being, it would be very important to recognize those attributes that don't benefit you or serve you at all. And once you do that, then you can go into the process of letting go of that person, of that energy, of those thoughts, of those habits. Upon doing so, it'll most likely benefit your life in any way possible. Who knows? You really just won't know until you let these things go. I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna eat this apple. I was gonna save this apple for when I was done with this video, but I'm gonna let go of that thought and just eat now. That's how important letting go is. It's just to let new thoughts come into your mind. So good. But anyways, Because we should really just bring things into our life that will help us grow, not put us down or refrain us from our hopes and dreams. We need to let go of those things. Those are in the past. They don't serve us anymore. And again, like this desert, it's a very good example of letting go. It teaches patience. It's teaches simplicity. Just lets go of whatever it needs to survive. I guess to end this video, just want to remind you that every little setback or misfortune, I guess, can just be like another shift to redirect your thought, to try something else, to think another goal. Any setback at all, whether it's letting go of anything you think that is important to you, that may be seen as a setback, but I see it as sort of a shift to another pathway. Usually those pathways lead to the best places that you never would have thought of before. So just remember that letting go isn't a weakness at all. It's very much so a strength that you carry within yourself to evolve and transform into something great. It's the first step to something better. So if you're holding on to something too tightly, then maybe it is time to let go and let the universe bring something better for you. That was great. This apple is really good. But I wanted to know, like, what's something that you've been holding on to that's kind of been holding you back in a way that you think that you might need to let go of? I'd love to know. So put that down in the comments. Thank you.